Hi everyone, Pastor Rachel here. Welcome back to my channel where we spend a few moments investing in ourselves, investing in community, and investing in God through acts of prayer, devotion, and reflection. Today I have been thinking about choice, that all of us have choices to make every single day. Some are as easy as when you wake up, do you choose coffee or tea? Things like that are very mundane. And then there are other choices that we make that have a greater impact, a greater ripple effect, if you will. I am so caught up in this idea of the ripple effect that we just don't know either what seeds we're planting or how we are affecting other people's lives negatively or positively. And thinking that something I do could potentially negatively impact someone else, that is very heartbreaking to me. I choose really diligently and intentionally to act out of love and to choose love when I am speaking and when I'm out in the world. I think a lot of that stems from, I grew up in a family that did that and believes that. I also believe in a God who teaches love. That is the essence of who Jesus was, and why I choose to follow him is because he continually pushes me to exude love and choose love every single day. I'm a firm believer that if you act out of love to someone and they feel it and acknowledge it, or at least see a little bit of it, it could kindle something. And that kindling could become a flame and a fire. And then they could use that fire in their soul and act out of love to somebody else, and that could kindle. And then it could turn into a fire, and then they could share that love, and it could kindle in someone else and share, so on and so on and so on. I really believe that a simple act of kindness, compassion, and love can go a long way. That choice is a tough one to make, but it's an intentional choice that you have to make every single day. Do you choose to act out of love, or do you choose to act out of something else? How are you living and being and speaking in the world? How are you choosing to exude goodness? Have you thought about the ripple effect that your choices have on the rest of the world, on the environment, on your family, on your spouse, on yourself? Have you truly sat and reflected on how your choices do make a difference? It's very fascinating to think about that. Because, we often think, I'm one person, it doesn't make a difference. I'm one person, how can my one act make that big of an impact? But I really do believe that it does, and that the ripple effect goes far beyond our understanding and can easily impact so many people. I found a prayer in this beautiful book, Painted Prayers, where this artist interprets spiritual wisdom and puts them into visual paintings. And this prayer is so appropriately named Choice. And this artist's interpretation of this prayer is, I think, really quite beautiful. And it sort of reminds me of a ripple effect with all of the different people and sort of how one choice can affect someone else, can affect someone else, can affect someone else. And this poem encompasses a lot of this thought that I've been having. Our choices do matter. And so here is this poem called Choice. Are we chosen by our life, or do we have a choice? Our tasks choose us, or so often it seems. Are we silent behind our inner walls, or do we have a voice? Chosen and elected, can we shape our dreams? Hope or despair? Isaiah chose hope. Love was Hosea's choosing. Moses chose freedom, risking Pharaoh's rope in arid desert with a people fussing and fussing and fussing. How we meet the surge of life, this inner stance of ours, to greet the roistering days with wonder at creation. These hands we use, the words we say, in dark or shining hours. Strengthen us to face each day an affirmation. We who now elect to act in this present filled with strife, we open ourselves to hope and we choose life. We choose life. And she's right. We not only have the choice of how we choose to act in the world, but it's also how our mentality towards the world, that makes a difference too. Do we choose death or do we choose life? Do we choose hopelessness or do we choose hope? Do we choose hate or do we choose love? And I think these are things that we have to understand about ourselves and not let them dictate our lives willy-nilly, but be very intentional that I am a person who chooses love. And I'm going to make that choice every single day through every act, through every speaking engagement, through every interaction, because it matters, because the ripple effect is unknown and the impact of positivity and love matters. So think about what choices you make every day and think about how you choose to be in the world. Think about that today. So may we go choosing love, and may we go choosing one another, and may we go choosing life. Let's go with the peace of God, knowing that we are loved and beloved, and that our choices do matter. May we go in peace. Many blessings.